one other thing that will be real quick. Sorry, I totally forgot about this. The budgets. So you can put budgets to your GL codes, and you want to identify what company you're doing it in. Even though you're in company 1, you can specify some other company, provided this pop-up list is what your account allows you to do. So if you're in multiple accounts, multiple companies, you could actually do this in multiple companies even though you're in Eclectus. And then you simply type in what year you want to build. So I'll start with 2011 so we can see that. An action item here is create GL budget periods. So boom, that'll create your periods based on what your year is. So if your year starts in February, February would be up here for 2011, and January 2012 would be down here, and so forth. And then you can say, okay, I want this budget code to start at 1,000. I want to increase by $100 every month, and boom, there's my values. So you can either manually enter that information, or you can have an increment. If I said $0, I can just simply say, okay, I'm budgeting $1,000 a month there. Or you can just simply leave that, click in there and delete it and leave it blank. We give the same result. So that's the way you would do that. And if you wanted 2012, you just simply type 2012 there, and it looks like I had something in there. And if you want to do the 2013, and again, create the budget lines, how you want to spread it, and boom, you're done. So that's how you put budgets across a time period for a particular GL code. And we'll talk about when we in the trial balance area and stuff, printing a report that actually shows your budget for it. Okay, now I believe I am done. So if there aren't any other questions, one of the questions is, can percentages be used as budget values? Percentage of gross sales, perhaps? Right now, this is only dollars, so this will compare what you want a balance for materials to be for January, what the balance for February. So this represents the transaction. So no, we don't currently support percentages, and most people would want this to be like to increase by a value, this to be a percentage. We're working on possibly changing the calculations so that if you do a decimal here, like a 0.1, and it'll increase by 10%. But right now it's just fixed dollars. You can put in different dollar values for each month here. So maybe that's 2,000, and this is 4,000, and this is 6,000. You can do whatever values you want for that particular month. So seasonal wise, you can adjust this to be whatever you want it to be. All right. Any other questions? Keep typing. And how do you compare budget to actual? I will get to that when we actually print a trial balance report. It's actually in the trial balance area, in which we show here's our budget for the month. So if this is an income statement. So if I ran an income statement for January, it's going to show here was our budget. This is our actual, here's our difference. If this was a balance sheet item and we ran it, let's say in March, it's going to do a sum of these budget items, actually in even prior years, to give you, here's the sum, and then here's our actual and what the difference is. So we'll have the budget, show the budget, here's our actual, and then the column that shows our difference. And because we have these as separate records over time, we don't have this designed yet. Well, actually we do have it designed in CMIS when we move the TB into our system, into this data separation model, we will be giving a report that actually shows over time what our actuals are, what our budget was, let's say in January, February, March, April, whatever the time frame is. I don't think our report, one of the questions, will the TB show the percentages? For example, budget percent for rent is 2%, but actual is 3%. I don't think so, but that's it. We should have that. So we should have it. I don't think on day one we will have it though. But I'm almost positive we have it in our queue to do. Oh, I think the old system did have it, so we will get it into our new system. I don't know if we'll get it at the point where people go live with version 6 or not. We'll do our best for that. I'm positive it's in our queue though. Okay, I want to stop the